What's going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday, and welcome back to another episode of Crease Crankers. To my right, we got my handsome gentleman, Brendan Homeyer. He's looking sharp today.
We had a good weekend.
We got another returner across the table, Tyler Piz, and we got a newcomer, Luke, my brother, Brennan over here.
Two Brennans today.
Yep, myself,
I was thinking about this. I think the max for the podcast, I think we could have from Brennan's is probably two. I think
we're gonna learn today.
Two max.
I think one could
I can't be
max.
outnumbered by Brennan's.
One could be it.
And honestly, Piz lost his right-hand man over there. He's in trouble today, I'll tell you that.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do here. Might have to FaceTime him in.
Yeah, we might. We might have to.
He's on a pickleball court.
Yeah, teenager's little R&R before his grind of a spring.
Yeah, enjoying. He's just like, I'm going to Florida. I was
all right, T.
Enjoy it, man.
Peace out. Yeah.
Hell yeah, but great weekend. Penn State got back on track. Cuse moves to 3-0.
Some get-right games for some teams. Big upsets, I think, or some programs that we just touched on. Historic starts to seasons. So
oh, my God.
And
great stuff. We all got free drinks this morning.
Yes.
Thank you, Piz.
I already chugged mine, but yeah, thank you, Piz.
And thank you, Lindenwood. Lindenwood, Marquette got off the weekend with a 16-5 win.
Yep.
Pretty dominant fashion, but Lindenwood battled.
Good offensive showing by Lindenwood by putting up 5 there.
Yeah.
We had the right over-under for team total.
You did want it at 1.5.
That was the right number.
You wanted it at 1.5. I raised it to give you a little juice.
I didn't want it 1.5.
Play back.
If we're making a real line, that 3.5 was perfect.
Yeah.
Sure. We'll give you that to make you feel better.
I feel... Yeah.
Here, maybe we should just keep this going. Who does Lindenwood have this weekend? We could just keep going on the team total.
They got LIU.
Oh, do they?
No, they don't.
Yeah, but it's the 24th.
Oh, so it's not this week.
That's their next game.
Okay.
Next game. So you got a little time to focus on that line. You keep checking out.
I'm actually not allowed to go out. No, see, I'm not allowed to make a bet on that game. It's conflict of interest.
Okay, sure.
Slam the under.
Slam the under.
Right.
Cuse went up to 3-0, smoked Manhattan 16-3. Spleen is now leading the nation in points by 11.
Yeah,
he's got himself a nice lead. He's one of
3 and 7.
Very few teams to play 3 games already, but he is off to a hot start.
10 points out of 16.
Everything you wanted to see out of Cuse so far at the start was offensive showings and just beating the crap out of the early part of their schedule.
I know,
taking care of business.
Who was talking about the Big Ten being
Yeah.
I don't think the Big Ten is the top conference around. The ACC has pretty much proven that. Each week.
You could. I think Maryland's the Big Ten team that's made the most noise in recent years. But to me, it's been the ACC for the last 10 years.
Maryland's crazy because they could have 3 or 4 guys that on their team, but they have 15 other guys that just contribute week in, week out, just dogs.
Back in the day, Maryland was in the ACC. That was when it was way back in the day, but
way back
in the day. Jeez, no, that's incorrect. But yeah, I think ACC is always going to be the best conference. Really do. The athletes they get down there, different.
Easy recruitable. We'll see when the SEC comes into play.
Yeah. Alabama's Florida Gators.
That would be insane. Paul Rabel put up a tweet last week, and it was the current map of NCAA teams, and then it was the MCLA teams. Dude, if you mash those together,
it would be insane.
Dude, I get so many MCLA updates on my Twitter. For some reason, I get notifications for some rogue account, and I can't figure out why it's there's no notification settings on it, but I get MCLA updates crazy.
Some of those games are electric.
Some of them are I keep getting 25-3, 21-2.
Some of the nicest
they play anyone that's
swag
close
out there too. How much these kids are getting, it's incredible.
Dude, you are locked into this game.
It's some good highlights up there.
This is a week and a half ago.
Last week.
Some good highlights. I'm keeping up in conversation pace, all right?
All right, let's jump into the Saturday morning game. Holy Cross opposed to what you guys liked, UMass Lowell. Holy Cross gets it done. I told you they're nice, dog. They're nice. These types of games.
You just contradicted your last,
my last.
UMass Lowell
Holy Cross isn't nice.
Yes.
Lowell is just
UMass Lowell's Fogo, though, went 92%.
He was about to get my nod for.
So there you go. They got a piece there, UMass Lowell. Well done.
Oh, yeah.
Jack
See how long he sticks around for?
He went 24 out of 26. That's nuts.
That's kind of wild. Shouldn't really maybe be losing games when you have that many possessions, but next play.
Next play.
I think Lowell's got UMass too next.
All right. We'll go back to UMass in a little bit, but they were pretty impressive this weekend.
One of my hot takes could be that Holy Cross doesn't come in last in the Patriot League.
Oh, okay.
I like it. You and Boston losing a few?
Running for that one.
Okay. Weird score here. I didn't get to catch any of the game. I'm not sure if it was a webcast, but Jacksonville beat Binghamton by 1.
I thought they were going to beat them up a little bit.
Binghamton, that's pretty good. I mean, I think everyone out there.
That's a win for Binghamton.
Like, that's a good showing. Where was that game?
It was at Jacksonville. Okay. You can ask Sam. We were driving down to
and the Jacksonville goalie had 18 saves.
18, yeah.
So it wasn't like 69%. It seemed like Binghamton might have been on them a little bit.
Okay.
Luke's first word
on the 69% save percentage.
No, I really thought that Jacksonville though was going to come out and kind of beat up Binghamton. We were driving to Monmouth, and I was just looking because now I can bet on the New York teams. Yep. So I was like, maybe we'll throw Jacksonville in this parlay. Didn't, thank God, because that spread was like 6.5. I think it was a lot more.
Yeah. Binghamton, that's good. Yeah, good on the road too to go down there.
That's a hike.
Yeah, one of the very few.
That is a plane. That is undoubtedly a plane. Yeah.
You think the jet lag got to him?
Yeah, just by like a goal.
Yeah, there at the end. Couldn't shoot.
Oh, my God. BU back on track after a little bit of a sloppy start.
That's it. 18-8, baby.
Is Vermont bad?
I don't know. I honestly, I think that, I don't know, maybe something about that trip going from, Vermont. I'm pretty sure, in that, because they played Vermont a lot. Anytime we've gone up to Vermont, the home team always wins.
Really?
So I don't know. Maybe it's something about just, I don't know, going from Vermont to Boston. But that was impressive, though. I didn't think it was going to be that bad. I thought, it was going to be a closer game than that.
Yeah, because that spread was 4?
It was something, I think 4.5. But Vince D'Alto, Louis Perfetto ran the show. They essentially beat Vermont.
Yeah. Oh, I lied. Hold on. I'm looking back at it. I'm pretty sure Jacksonville went to Binghamton.
Yeah, okay, that's what
usually the bottom team is the home team, but I'm looking at it, I was like, wait,
that makes more
Monmouth
sense.
was home.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, they weren't used to cold, maybe.
Yeah. All right. That makes more sense.
Now, also, imagine, you're a Jacksonville player. You're in February, and you got to travel to upstate New York to go play.
To play in Binghamton.
They should play strictly home games to start the season.
Yeah.
If I'm Binghamton, I'm pissed that I'm playing Jacksonville, not at Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's like, why don't we do a away with you guys?
Right.
We're in for that.
Yeah, but BU, baby. Love it. Love to see it. Shout out Vince D'Alto, program leader in points. That's pretty impressive, man. Pretty impressive.
Quite the weekend.
Took 20 shots in the game. Once again.
How many put in?
Pretty sure I finished a year with 20 shots on the season. So that's
got to bump those numbers up.
Shooter shoot.
That's impressive.
20 in a game is nuts.
Yeah. Well done.
Next game was actually a pretty electric game, especially on the spread.
Yeah,
Brian versus Providence.
Made a little push there.
Providence made a push. Brian scored an empty netter
again about the pick
to push
thing.
it.
I was like, oh God, this is gonna be,
It was quite a game, but Brian seemed to be in control for the most part of it. Providence was, sort of coming from behind the whole game and making it close. They got a lot of offensive weapons that could put the ball in the back of the net.
Battle of Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Providence takes it home, Brian takes it home.
The Dogs.
Marist beat up Bucknell. 17-10.
Bucknell, early favorite for
last.
Bottom of the
that's
barrel
what you're saying.
Patriot League. I'm just saying that's my hot take so far.
Tough beans.
I think Colgate's better. I think Holy Cross is better. And
Marist goalie, another big day. 17 saves. There's some ridiculous stat lines across the specialists for sure this week. Ohio State, Cleveland State covered, which
all right, there you go. Good teams cover. Good teams cover.
But
they got another tough Notre Dame on Wednesday. That one's 14.5. So
I'm excited for Notre Dame to get going.
I know. So am I. 14.5 for Cleveland State. Early preview to that. That's
14.5.
That's 14.5.
I mean, that might not be wrong. That might be close to the line.
Is that the biggest line of the year?
I think so.
Yeah.
So far it is.
I think.
Oh wait, that line's out.
Yeah,
it's actually 14.5. I thought we were guessing that.
No, it's actually.
It is actually 14.5.
Yeah, I couldn't touch that. That's over a 2-touchdown freaking line right there.
That is, yes.
Wow,
that's crazy.
That's wow.
I think the biggest one we saw before that was
goals, dude.
It was Marquette
maybe Bellarmine,
12.5.
Marquette Lindenwood was 13.5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what'd you take in that one?
Minus 13.5.
Yeah, that one didn't work too well.
I think I don't know, 14.5. I think you just have to take that many goals. Plus 14.5.
No.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
I think you should.
You want to.
That's a fun little ride.
I think no matter what, you're getting a backdoor opportunity.
Yeah, that's
like
what
no
I'm
matter
saying.
what.
Don't even turn on the game till the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
that's when
see what it's looking like.
Yeah.
Or even look at this. Colgate.
I like that. Let's start taking big dogs. Let's just start doing it. I feel like they're all
let's
covering.
just slap it on the money line while we're at it.
Mercer,
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
Mercer
Gamble
was plus
responsibly,
12
okay?
covered. Cleveland State
Lindenwood.
9.5 covered.
Yeah.
Lindenwood 12.5 covered. Like I think we're seeing something here.
Trends.
We're on something.
We're on something.
Trends.
We're not talking about Mercer versus Hampton because they covered, but
Well,
it's all right.
next play.
Delaware dominated Lafayette in the first half.
I thought Lafayette was going to come out a little bit,
I thought their offense would be
They've been
much
getting
better.
a lot of hype, Lafayette.
They had 6 goals in this game. A lot were against sort of garbage time. Delaware just dominated from the start.
It was like
Delaware was impressive on defense.
Wasn't it like 8-0 at one point?
8-0 at half.
Yeah, it was 8-0.
It was 8-0 like 5 minutes into the third too.
Yeah, some tough. Yeah, going into half down 8.
We need to sprint past this next game. It's going to give you PTSD.
Well, actually, I remember in high school we were playing West Islip. I was on the JV at this point. We bust back. Our varsity's playing West Islip. It says 8-0 on the scoreboard. We're winning. So I'm like, I was like, all right, maybe the scoreboard's wrong. Maybe something's happened. We roll up at halftime. We're up 8-0. We lost the game 20-8.
I think
against West Islip.
Yo, wasn't T on the team during this?
He was on the team during this.
He talks about this all the time.
I don't know.
What happened in the first?
I don't know. Shout out Coach Bob Howell, but I'm not really sure.
Did he just not was he testing his team? Let's see how bad we can go down on the first half.
I'm not sure, man. It was Miles Jones on the team at that point, but one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
Dude.
That almost doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So you're telling me Miles Jones couldn't score in the second half?
I'm telling you, Miles Jones was a much different player in high school than he was in college. He was an absolute just matchup nightmare always. But once he, got to Duke, he really fine-tuned his game and was an animal midfielder.
All right, well, moving on. Let's talk about this one.
Lehigh Fairfield.
Sprint past it.
This was a great game.
I think I went up to Sam while we were shooting the Monmouth LIU game like 6 different times. Like, dude, they just fucking scored. They scored again. Because they were down. They were down like 6-2 at one point. I was like, this is hopeless.
They were down 6-1 at half.
Yeah.
And it was it was an even game. So I felt like Fairfield was going to get going at some point. They just sort of ran out of time. But Fairfield's a team to watch out for. Mind you,
Fairfield was plus 400. So all the juice from the parlays, everything was riding on this game.
Yeah, I stayed with the plus 4.5.
And
but
you
that
said
was,
I had them plus 4.5, a different one, but Moneyline was riding it and everything. But you said you were watching it. What, they ring 2 off the pipe?
2 off the pipe
with like a minute left.
Yeah, it was that was to cut it to 1, and then Lehigh actually got the ball and scored right away to go to 3, and then Fairfield's like, nah, let's go. Scored 2 in a row and made it real close, and then it
let's go.
Sort of ended that way right there.
Sick.
That kid Andrew Kelly on Lehigh is pretty shifty and good.
Yeah,
good little tackling. Yeah.
No, absolutely. That was. I think the CAA is going to be real interesting.
Sorry, Piss. Thought you had it.
Yeah, we were close. Maybe next week.
Yep.
Hey, that's a good value play. We'll take that.
Yeah, you're in it.
Hopkins takes down Georgetown. Sort of where we thought both these teams lined before last week.
Good win for Hopkins
for sure.
too. 2 wins and back-to-back.
I mean, no matter who won this game, it was going to be a good win for whatever team.
Yeah.
Right?
Because
both of them needed it.
Yeah,
now Georgetown's sitting there at 0-2, and you're like,
but this happened last year.
Yeah, they did.
Georgetown started 0-3 last year and then rattled like 11 wins in a row. Yeah. We were like, Georgetown's, not. But last year they were better.
They're playing tough teams to start the season. Yeah. I mean, no doubt about it. So,
I think last year Georgetown was a better team. I think they missed their window a little bit.
Yeah, well, who's the Cuse transfers that they had? Oh, Dordovic.
Dordovic, yeah.
He was
Bowen,
incredible.
like just some studs.
Yep.
Couple long time PLL players for sure in the making there.
Navy doubling up Hofstra.
This was way more spread out than I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be a lot closer of a game.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect from Hofstra after a week 1 massacre over Wagner, but Navy seems to be like very
Xavier
sound.
Airline. Navy.
Very sound. Yeah, he put up 6.
That kid is so shifty.
4-2. Have a day.
So shifty.
Have a day, kid.
2-4. Good number.
Dual sport athlete too.
Yeah. I know. And a football kid too. Like, that's impressive.
While going to Navy.
I just saw 2. Like, I'm pretty sure like 2 kids in Navy's upcoming recruiting class are like going to do the same thing.
Really?
Football and lacrosse there. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I think they found something.
Yeah.
I think they found something.
That's it. So.
Piz, you could touch on this next game since you were on the field.
Yeah, I mean, a scoreless third quarter will do that to you. I mean, it's hard to win a game when you don't score in a quarter.
Who are we talking about here?
We're definitely talking about LAU.
Who did they play?
They played Monmouth.
What was the score?
It was 14-10.
Okay. 14-10 who?
Monmouth.
Okay.
How's the flow of that game? How'd the boys look? I know the Monmouth goalie, another guy with a big day.
Yeah, I mean, he came out with a bunch of saves. I don't know. Their offense just couldn't get it rolling. Like, they would go on. In the fourth is when they had it going. Where they put in maybe 4. I think they put in 4 goals in the fourth. But, like, up until then, it was just, like, a slow process. So, I mean, not the best games, not the worst games. But
I feel like 24 from those 2 is actually a pretty high scoring affair.
It is.
Who do they have next?
They are playing... You think I know this? Oh, they play Merrimack this weekend, which...
Yeah, Merrimack's look good.
Yeah. They're a good team.
Off at Merrimack?
No, they're here.
Okay.
At the U.
That's a big game. That's a big game.
Get a little statement win here,
that's a game you got to
Let's go. Get a statement
because
win.
then they travel down to Lindenwood.
Oh, wow.
So...
You'd much rather play Merrimack home.
Down, across.
Yeah.
Merrimack's a tough place to play.
They played them at Merrimack last year.
Merrimack's
they opened
cold, man. I was remembering Merrimack being so cold.
Dude, it was freezing.
Like, Massachusetts just gets cold, man.
It sucks.
Maryland.
It's built for gritty people,
Get out.
What?
I went to school.
I know you went to school there, but like you're not gritty, so I'm not really picking that
part. For the listeners who didn't know, Omar went to Boston University. We touch on it every time.
You couldn't see
he moves the ball off the ground, does it all.
All right, what's next?
Maryland, baby. Maryland, absolutely defensive clinic versus Loyola here. After Loyola put up 18 against Georgetown. Sort of something like I feel like we could have saw. Like, Maryland just does this all the time to everybody. They make really good teams look really bad.
Said, hey, we played way too close to the game with Richmond. Got to just pump it up on this one.
We'll touch on Richmond a little bit. I think Richmond's that good.
Richmond's legit.
I think, Richmond's got a lot of talent. And they've been knocking on the door for the past couple of years, I think. Like, again, trying to get, like, big statement wins, getting into the tournament. And, so, this could be the year.
Yeah, and you saw a lot of teams with a lot of transfers this year. Obviously the fifth-year stuff's crazy. But Richmond's one of those, like, 5 teams that brings back almost everybody. So it's like you get those meaningful minutes in, a couple of years. It really makes a big difference coming into their senior year.
Yep.
Merrimack close game versus Sacred Heart.
Sacred Heart. That's now 2 games.
This game was perfectly on track for the over at half. I was thrilled on the sideline, and then it was just like breaks.
What was it at half? What was it at half?
I think they were at either 10 or 11 goals. Over was 23. I was like, all right, we're getting there. Like second half's always going to be bigger.
You know who mentioned the under on this one last week?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, me.
Did you really?
Remember you yelled at me? Yeah, this was the one I said. Everyone's like, it was 23.5 or something. Like, it's low. I was like, I like the under. I like it, but it's all right. I can't follow all the same picks.
That one I thought was covering like my full day slates with what I had on it. I was like, this is perfect. And then I'm sitting there on the sideline, like refreshing. I'm refreshing the StatCast, and I'm like, oh no, this is bad.
There isn't a worse feeling than like when you can't watch a game and all you can see is the StatCast, and you're like, oh, save, turnover. How 2 minutes just come off the clock?
Right, out of nowhere, it's like, oh wait, now they're down 3. What?
Yeah.
Even like you were talking about the Fairfield game at one point because you were watching it. I was like, it's over. You're like, dude, shut up, I'm watching.
Yeah, the StatCast is 30 seconds. I used to do that. When me and Luke were in the same house, I used to like watch it on the StatCast while he was watching the game. Like, oh, let's go, and I would just go crazy over a goal or something. Just
that's terrible.
Good vibes. Get him a little tweaked out.
All right, the next one,
ACC
versus the Big Ten,
and
with the all-time headline going into it.
Nice, hit the 27.5 over, which is beautiful.
It did.
So what I'm confused about is Coach Connery said that the Big Ten contains 6'4" gorillas running around at you, right? Like huge athletes. Did he not look at the scouting report or like Virginia's roster going in?
I don't know, but I need some details on their defense because they look like big boys.
I think average height and weight is like 6'6", 220.
What did you compare them to earlier? They are
trees.
Trees.
And they run up and down the floor or up and down the field. I mean, it's impressive to see. So that's where just my puzzling thought of like, Coach Connery, what were you like? Again, I know obviously the Big Ten does have, I'm sure, 6'4" middies and defensemen and things like that. Yes, they have their own athletes, but to say that before you go down to Virginia to play them.
And the ACC is not like a league where it's like, these are small guys that are just skilled. Like these dudes are.
He said it was
the pretty boy conference.
Yeah, that wording again. Just go with
I feel like that could trigger a Long Island guy pretty easily.
Yeah, I think that could trigger anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, not just the Long Island guy. I think Virginia probably heard that and was like, okay, you're gonna learn today.
Brings up
that game was sick because it was just like a physical battle, and I mean they literally were like, okay, skill. Who's gonna and then who's gonna be just like here it is. Who's going to be the absolute alpha of the
There
group?
was a point in that game where it went backhand goal, long pole goal, BTB. I was like, yo, let's go.
ACC is back.
Oh, my God.
So back.
Which brings to the next question. Virginia attack versus Duke attack. Who's got the better trio?
You said this pre-show, and it's still
Who's got the better trio?
The McCabe-Millen factor.
You look good, man.
I mean, he looks incredible, right? And I mean, I know we were talking even before podcast. Like, I didn't know. Like, I don't think anybody. I mean, I guess some people did, but I didn't know that McCabe was going to go down there,
and crack the starting line.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect, right? Because Connor Schellenberger, when he got there, redshirted, so you never never know with Virginia. They got all the talent in the world.
Yeah,
and he's gone down there obviously and been now the impact guy. I think it's like Duke's got the experience just because McCabe's the freshman of, right? So that's maybe where you lean Duke's way. But, talent-wise.
I was more surprised how well both three gelled together. Where, you get new attack lines. It usually takes a little bit of time to, fully find your spot, your mold, where you fit in the offense. And they both sort of.
Very similar, too, right? I mean, it's like Schellenberger, superstar, O'Neal, superstar. Then it's, the McCabe-Millen, kind of like the, X factor piece to it, right? And that's now like Zawada at Duke. And then now it's Dyson and Cormier, where it's like the off-ball guys, lefties, just, score goals.
Dude, I don't even know if Cormier tries, dude. I feel like he's just, he's a goal-scoring machine.
But he's almost like he's like a Larry Bird. Like, they always say like Larry Bird just used to go slow. And he would just destroy people. I mean, Cormier literally, he's dodging. He's just like slow to slower, and then boom, here you go, top right.
And somehow he still gets separation every time.
I mean, that's a tough matchup. Who do you like? Would you rather go with like a low, stocky defenseman that can try to eat up into that?
It is tough because your physical guy has to go to Cormier. So you're leaving Schellenberg and Millen with probably more lanky, skilled type of guys.
Yeah, no, I mean nightmare. Nightmare. Yeah, no, I mean that. When is that Virginia Duke game?
We got a while.
Because that's gonna be.
Do we?
Yeah, give me the over 37.5.
That's not until April.
Mm.
We got all the time in the world.
Out, right before the ACC tournament.
Yep.
I think
probably a
Virginia
1-2 matchup.
Virginia could run into some trouble in that game at the X. Because they do, they looked really good this weekend at the X, but obviously two new guys that they have rolling out.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump into some Big Ten play here. Penn State,
get right.
They're back. Get right game. Smoke Villanova. Yeah. We weren't too high on Villanova, but I feel like this is always a game. Every time you see Penn State Villanova, each and every year,
over.
You bet the over. There's not a question about it.
Favorite word of the podcast.
They're just gonna sling it.
Favorite word of the podcast. Yeah, that was impressive from Penn State. Certainly. I love that Malone kid, dude.
Yeah, Trainer had a 6-goal day, little double hattie.
Yeah.
See, Penn State goalie had a good day. Villanova goalie did not.
No.
He 6 saves, 18 goals against, 25 save percentage. Played the whole game, though, so they got trust in him. Hopefully he figures it out.
That's also pretty crazy. You're not pulling them.
Yeah.
That's trust in your goalie.
Clearly, they know something we don't. Maybe the backup is even worse.
Or they know nothing.
Yeah, or that. Sure, it can go the other way too. All right, shout out T School, BMI, 14-10 dub over Queens.
Is that T School? I don't know. He might have them on like a cancel list.
But I mean, pretty good game for Queens.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, new program, yeah.
VMI should be 2-0 too.
Yeah.
I know. That Cleveland State game is going to haunt them for a little bit, but got to move on a little bit. All right, next game.
Big dogs.
Oh, my God.
Richmond, dogged Robert Morris. I didn't start watching this game. I was on Inside Lacrosse, and it said Robert Morris was up 3-0. I went to the game immediately. I go, there's no way. There's literally no way. This was my favorite game of the week.
They were up 3-0?
No, so I look at it, and by the time I looked at it, Richmond was up 7-0. I was like, there's just a lag on here.
Oh, my God.
I was like, this feels great.
Aiden O'Neill from Richmond. Have a day.
Yeah.
6-6.
I watched that game. Richmond, Richmond's in my probably top 6.
Top 6.
Top 6. I don't know if I can pull 5. 5 is but 6.
You want to name those top 6?
Yeah, go.
Top
Love
6.
It, Luke. There it is.
I'll go top 3, no order. Notre Dame, Virginia, Duke.
Okay.
And now you got 3 more spots.
Yeah. Number 4, I'm going to go Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they might be sitting at number 5 here.
Oh, wow.
Get them to the top 5. Get
them. Should I?
I see what you're. I mean, yeah, the early signs here from Richmond are certainly impressive.
Yeah, I'll probably put Cuse at 5.
6 team on it.
Cuse at 5 and go.
Yeah.
So we'll go 4 ACCs in the top 5. One of them will bounce at one point.
Yeah, okay.
And then Richmond will get in there.
climb right
Richmond's going to be
right.
at 6, and then Hopkins probably traveling right behind them.
Richmond's on the climb. There you go. Now, impressive win. Impressive kind of showing the first 2 weeks for sure. And again, we've touched on it, but Richmond's been knocking on the door.
Yeah.
Go make a run now. Here it is. Oof.
They're kicking down the door this year.
They're jumping in.
There you go. Next week they have Virginia. So
okay, so
now
make a statement. You want to go make a statement? Make a statement. There it is.
You want an over. You want an over to play. That line's not out yet. Don't worry about what it is. Yeah. The second you see that over allowed to go, click it.
Hammer down.
That's crazy.
All right, Rutgers 16, Stony Brook 12.
Closer than I thought. The game actually was a pretty close, back and forth type of game.
Saw Pugel over the weekend too. He said it was tough. That tight one. They had some moments there, Stony Brook, to make a little run. Just couldn't kind of put it together there at the end. So Stony Brook's always going to battle.
Yeah, I mean, Stony Brook started with J-Mo, their starting goalie.
That's
1 save, 8 against.
Yeah, that's what Pugel
switched it to Tommy Wilk. He had 12 saves, 8 against.
Yeah, so that's certainly it. He was also their D coordinator. Got rushed to the hospital because he got COVID. So
during the game?
No.
Oh, okay.
Just couldn't coach during the game. So Pugh had to do both the box and run the defense. Talk about nightmare.
That's
nightmare,
like a hedges.
Nightmare. Holy cow. That is, so shout out Stony Brook though. Good little battle.
Yeah, for sure.
Turn it on.
Rutgers seems like a sleeping giant because they're not killing anybody.
But Rutgers,
they're lurking in the right area.
Rutgers got some problems on defense.
Yep.
They're that's a little 12 on, and talking to Pugel too, he was like, their defense wasn't all that impressive. So once they get going in the Big Ten, they're going to certainly have to
step it up a little bit.
Tighten that up.
Latch on down. All right, here we go. We're going to probably the 2 best games of the weekend here. First game, Army UMass. UMass was up by 3 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And the second they went up by 3, I think they touched the ball twice.
Mm-hmm.
Army absolutely just
everyone.
It was crazy. Army just they woke up and it was we got to get to the net.
Will Coletti, from Army finished. I think he went 8 for 9 to finish the game on faceoffs, and then had the 13th goal of the game. So
you had mentioned that
garbage goal end of the time, but I mean that's an impressive. The Army UMass game, I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's 2 programs that play the exact same style, where it's just hard nosed, make you earn everything, hard nosed defense. They always play a tight game week 1.
Some people have Army in the top 5 and top 10. I don't see that yet. I think they're legit.
Top 5 is definitely a little crazy.
Army's one of those teams too, though. But I think every year again, they play their best at the right times. Towards the end of the year, they start to get going, and then they just get on a run. And I mean, defensively, they're always top 10.
Oh yeah.
So,
team to keep watching. Patriot League deep, but
deep, baby.
Let's talk about a team who's getting hot at the right time.
Oh my God!
NJIT.
Shout
out NJIT.
Most wins in a season, we said. Or is it
their
tied
first 2-0 start in program history. It's been it's been a rough little go for NJIT for the last couple of years. But again, new head coach that came in there last year, Matt Wolf, and I think certainly
Eric Wolf?
in the way
Eric Wolf, not Matt Wolf.
Eric Wolf.
No, Matt Wolf.
Who's Matt Wolf?
No,
Yeah.
wait. Oh,
who's Matt
it's
Wolf?
Eric Wolf.
I just said. Oh, all right. Sorry. Anyways, I think the way they won that game, though. The way they won that game.
Oh yeah, I mean they came back. I mean,
Like
me and
that-
you
that
in
was
our
tough.
in our work pool we had
Picked
the
against them.
CNS
Great to see 'em
3-pointer.
win.
Yeah, but friends of the pod, so we love to see them get
well
get it done.
Yeah.
Matt Wolf, old Duke guy. That's who that is.
All right, let's
Yes.
see. I'm opening up NJIT's schedule here. Let's see how long this undefeated streak's going to go. So
It's
we
a
got,
win next week.
We're at Mount St. Mary's.
Dub.
Are we taking the dub there?
Yeah, it has to be. Though.
Yeah.
All right.
Can't take a step back there.
So now they're getting into late February here. They're home versus Monmouth, who Piz got to see.
Quick turnaround. So they go Saturday, Tuesday there. So Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday. I say they start.
I think
Monmouth's
it's like a
probably doing
Wednesday,
the same
Thursday.
thing, though.
I'm gonna say
I say they start like 6-1.
Yeah.
I think they beat. I think they beat
What's
Monmouth. They
going?
beat Manhattan.
I think they
Beat
lose to
Wagner.
Monmouth.
They beat Lindenwood. They legit could start 6-1.
I think their first loss could come at Vermont.
They're gonna
Yeah.
drop. They're gonna drop one of these.
I
5.
think so. Yeah, they are.
I don't know, dude.
They'll have like a tough little go.
Oh,
of it.
that 17th to the 24th is definitely like
That's what I'm
fast.
saying.
Like,
That's a tough.
That's a lot.
That's 3 games in a week.
I mean, if they get into March undefeated, this is a team to watch out for.
NJIT, baby.
Don't let them get hot.
50,000. I'm telling you, there's a chance.
Plus 50,000 to win the championship.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, let them play Duke. Let them match up.
Yo, I hope someone has like the "We Want Duke" sign like in the bag. Oh, that'd be so electric.
We might have to pay Luke to go take a trip to an NJIT game just to get a clip of that. We want Duke.
Yeah, we could put Luke out there.
I'll do it.
We want Alabama.
Shout out.
Something like that.
I'll do it. Give me
Shout out
Clemson
NJIT,
Club.
though. Well done. Well done.
Give me Saban. So we got next game, Quinnipiac getting it done, starting the season 1-0 against St. John's.
Yep.
Pretty commanding victory there. Another goalie,
Great goalie
crazy.
play.
Like there's some crazy stats. Like I feel like we weren't seeing 19 save games each and every game, but like this year I feel like
Start shooting better.
yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Goalies
There's
are getting
something to it.
better.
Yeah, there.
I think the shot clock helps goalies a lot, save percentage wise for like the late,
Yeah.
shitty takes.
Sure.
But just
This next one too, Denver Air Force. Air Force playing Denver pretty tough. 11-9.
Air Force
11-9
winning that
win for
game. Denver, turned it on at the right moment. But I feel like that was written on the wall as a letdown game after Denver had a very very crazy win over Hopkins. Still, I mean, going back to that game was just brutal. It gives me PTSD to see nightmare. That's what I feel in there.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you guys. Any comments on that Denver Air Force game? Because that's tight.
I got nothing. I didn't get to watch that game.
You got nothing.
Yeah.
You had to pay for it from the Denver Pioneers.
did you?
$8.95.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I also like.
Well, I
think we touched on this last week.
What about the turf? What do we think of Denver's turf? You see that?
No.
With like the mountain design on it and everything? It's
No.
crazy. You didn't see,
No,
you didn't see
I didn't
this?
see it.
Oh, dude. It's nuts.
All right, we'll get
See if I
that.
pull that up.
Pull that up pretty quick,
It's like it's just like you would think I know looking at it you're like
It's on the
what's
far
going on?
sideline, right? Like
It's
what you're
on
talking about?
both offensive ends. They literally have like white mountains, just like
It's like an NBA
Like
in
painted
season
onto the
tournament.
turf.
yes,
court.
yes.
Yeah.
It's got
That's pretty sick.
a
You're going to have
lot.
to review that one, Piz, because make sure you guys do follow Piz on Instagram. He's reviewing every campus he goes on this
You
year.
saw that?
Yeah,
Are you
it's
actually?
pretty cool.
Yeah, I did it with Monmouth. It was like points up, points down. So I gave it like an overall rating of a 4.
What was it out of? Because you never specified.
It's out of 10. It's out of 10.
Ooh, you gave it 4 out of 10.
Yeah. What'd you think? 4 out of 100?
No, I thought it was out of 5.
Oh no, dude! What? It's in New Jersey. It can't be a 4 out of 5.
What do you start at in New Jersey? What do you start at? What's the highest grade you could get in New Jersey? We have New Jersey
6.
listeners. So
I mean,
You go to
easy.
Rutgers
Yeah, I was gonna say if you go to Rutgers, you could probably get up to like a 7 or an 8.
or Princeton.
I should have added. They had the goal horn or like a shot clock horn, whatever it was was like a DJ's like no, but it was only just like one. It was like It was the worst thing to hear. I was like, are you kidding me? Yeah,
look at
that. That is
the whole
sick.
time.
Look at that.
Oh,
that's crazy.
Sick. That's real nice.
That's crazy though.
No, that's real nice.
I think
you
that's
like
cool.
that?
I like it. It's different.
You don't see it often.
That's certainly true.
It's different.
You definitely do not see that often.
with the city in the front, that is pretty crazy.
God.
It is pretty wild. I mean,
I'm a big fan.
Probably take
Big fan. It's different for the lacrosse world.
It is, yeah.
It's like that Boise Blue.
It's pretty sick though, right? Yeah.
You guys ever watch Eastern Michigan football on TV?
They have like the gray field. Gray field.
Bro, I feel like I'm like colorblind when I watch that game. It's insane.
What team has the teal?
Teal.
Is that Coastal?
Coastal Carolina.
Yeah.
Some real nice colors out there. But great field for Denver
Boise
there.
with the blue turf.
Also, I think Silstrop is just fourth quarter guy.
Oh, again, he just showed up in the fourth
quarter. Like this guy
so
is
just only 2-1.
He's like he just takes IVs of ice for the first 3 quarters and then bang, comes in, lets it go.
IVs of ice.
Yeah. Dude, that's what he is. What else we got for this week? Duke smash High Point.
Yeah. Who was telling me the size difference? Luke was saying the size difference between Duke
players were 2 times taller than every single High Point player.
Yeah. Once again, ACC athletes.
O'Neal's 6 assists. That's I want to say it's close to his career high.
Yeah. I would say
what did he have goals wise? 2 and 6.
He had 2 and 6. Sharon 3 and 3. Dyson 5 and 0. Balsamo 2 and 2. So Balsama's staying active. They have just so much. Like you go down their stats, and you're like, these guys in the bottom are legit.
It's like never ending. It's like guys you heard last year that like you're only hearing a little bit about this year. It's crazy.
I do want to give a shout out to Brandon Maea because he was the only one delivering offense for High Point, but he's a very impressive player.
He is. He can sling it. Yeah. He's like the small little lefty.
Lefty. I think he's 51 or 55.
55, I think. Yeah.
But
he is good.
He creates offense.
High Point's always got one of their a couple offensive studs.
Yeah, I think they're going to be okay this year. I don't think they can't compete with the top 10, top 15 teams. Top 20 team, they'll be able to make it a game. Mercer goalie, blackout, because this guy was not letting UNC get past him in the first half. It was getting to like a crazy extent where it was like 5-4 going into the third. And I was like, Mercer could make this a game. But it wasn't like UNC dominated possession this game. Like it was back and forth. And I think a bad sign for North Carolina moving forward. I don't think they're up there with the other 4 ACCs.
No. I think UNC is like going to be that team that probably stumbles along and hopefully maybe gets hot at the right time later on because they're young, right? And I think a lot of their offensive output is going to have to go through like an Owen Duffy, who's that freshman.
Yep.
Got his first taste of college access.
Had a rough go of it, right? Yeah, only 1 assist, 0 for 8 shooting. So rough go of it, but again, I think.
Remember this happened last year with
same thing Spallina, right?
Yeah,
it's like
really
he had all the
tough
pressure on his shoulders, right? It's like, and then you look at a kid like McCabe Millen, who's playing with Connor Schellenberger or Cormier, playing with.
The kid McGovern from Bryant though is legit.
Legit.
He's legit.
So UNC is going to be like that young team that's going to stumble early, and then hopefully
if they do get going, give me a sneaky dark horse at Logan McGovern, Twarton.
Oh, all right.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe like a top 20.
Hit 3 and 4 this weekend.
I think he's just like
he's quick and shifty.
He's quick and shifty, but he's like the most like at the ACCs.
Incredible
I feel like there's a lot of depth. I feel like on UNC he's like that High Point. Like he's that guy that you're gonna need to go to at all times.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's just an easier route to Twarton than having a lot of guys around you.
Yeah, I forget his story, but it's an incredible. I forget he's got something health wise in the I don't know. Went through a lot, and then battled through it all. Got to Bryant, so incredible story.
Sweet. Hopefully, we read up on that, get some more info next
week.
I
wish I had way more information on that. I apologize, but no.
And Towson, last game of the week, and before we take a quick break, Towson gets back on track after a tough loss to Hopkins, where they couldn't really get any offense going. 15-5. Villa Gomez, who was sort of invisible in the first game, had a nice game, 7 points. He's that huge right-hand attackman who's like 6'8", like a behemoth.
Huge.
6'8", like that's an actual 6'8", or are you just saying he's that tall?
6'5".
I don't know what he is, but he's taller than whatever it says. That's crazy.
He's a big boy.
You could share some of that.
DeMayo got it going a little bit. 3-3.
He did.
3 apples for DeMayo could be a career high too.
It could be.
I love DeMayo, dude.
Again, another guy who was invisible versus Hopkins, didn't do much, had 1 goal.
Right. All right.
But yeah, let's we're gonna jump into a quick break here, and then we'll start breaking down next week's games.
Sounds good.
And we are back. Just a quick reminder to everybody, guys. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Leave a like, leave a comment, give us a follow on Instagram at Blatant Lacrosse. We really do appreciate your support. And if you're liking the videos, continue to support, ask questions down below, whatever you guys want to do. But let's jump into these games tonight because there's some good ones. We got Providence versus Merrimack.
Yeah.
We got a spread up for a couple of these Tuesday, Wednesday games. And then this weekend, we're going to have to really work through some of our own. But we got Merrimack at Merrimack's +2. Over-unders at 23.5 here. I'm going to start with newcomer Luke. Luke, what do you like in this game?
I like Merrimack. I really like Merrimack. They're looking hot. They're looking good. I see them coming out and beating up on Providence.
Merrimack +2, you said?
Wow, Merrimack +2, yeah.
I love that. Love that. No,
I'm taking the money.
I'm taking the money. They're just away. That's the only. I don't know.
It's not a far trip though.
It's like a couple hours. Yeah.
Give me. I'm gonna take Providence -2 in this game for sure.
I like Providence
Really?
too, yeah.
I think Merrimack's playing with some teams that are a
It's
little
Tuesday night game,
below
though,
Providence, and they're
Tuesday
starting to play
game.
well. But
Tuesday games are tough.
yeah, Tuesday games are tough. But Merrimack, very well known to be a long, dominant force in the NE10, which love playing Tuesday games. It's built in their culture to play on the midweek.
There you go.
But, that is the best thing about the NE10.
Callback. I like that. All right.
But yeah, give me Providence -2. They don't have any guys left on that roster.
How do you feel about the over-under 23.5? I know what Butters is saying. I don't need to ask him.
I think Merrimack's a team that's going to be scary to play overs on. They could play really, slower style even with the shot clock. But it's really going to depend how this game starts off. I think, you could see, a 16, 13 type of game, but I think we've been doing this a while. I think we're going to see like a 12-9, 12-8 type of thing. So, obviously we love playing overs, but I wouldn't play. If I like an under, I usually don't play it. I just don't play the over.
Yeah. Just hurts the personal brand.
Yeah, it hurts the
It's
personal
not
brand.
playing an under. It's just not playing the over.
I can't tell you the last time I took an under.
Life's too short.
But yeah, I'm going to stay away from that one. But I'll be on Providence -2.
Okay, we're split there.
Yeah.
Next one, Detroit Mercy makes their debut versus Marquette. Marquette's -10.5, another huge line to cover for Marquette, which they didn't last week. Over-unders at 25.5. Marquette's good, man.
Why? Because they blew out Lindenwood by 10?
That means nothing. I don't like anything in this game to be.
You don't like anything?
No,
I don't trust anything.
Nope.
You're both staying away.
Yeah.
Far.
But Marquette did blow out Air Force. That's
True.
that's a pretty good win.
Yeah.
And Air Force kept it close. And
With
we
Denver on the beautiful new turf field. Yeah, man.
I don't know anything about Detroit Mercy. I know they had some guys leave this offseason. Give me very far away from that game.
I'm not touching it.
I don't see an appeal in it.
Bellarmine, Ohio State next.
Bellarmine, Ohio State. Ohio State's -6. Give me the points at Bellarmine.
That's
not a question.
Yeah.
Give me the points at Bellarmine.
Let's go crazy.
Not a question.
Not a question.
Go crazy.
I'm also. Whoa! I'm not done. Give me the sprinkle on the money line at Bellarmine +750. I think that's some value.
Ohio State's home, which is always just crazy.
You should have learned that last 2 weeks ago.
I'm always the Ohio State's home guy.
This will be a 2 to 3 goal game.
I think they can cover that, though. I'm not saying they're going to win, but
covered. I'm not saying I'm hammering this +750, but sprinkle on it. Throw a couple bucks on it.
I like the +6 though.
Get free lunch for the week.
Yeah, midweek games. They're primed for upsets. Midweek games.
Who knows? We're gonna find out.
+6 every day of the week, and then
this could be the upset of the century.
We do have a couple New York games without lines. We got Michigan versus Canisius. I think we all know where that Michigan should win that game pretty handily.
Get run.
And then 2 New York guys go after it. Hofstra versus St. John's. What do we think about this game here? St. John's off to 0-2. Hofstra's 1-1.
I feel like Hofstra's going to win the game, but I don't know what the score is going to be.
That's going to be like a tight game, though, for sure.
Yeah.
It's just like Battle of New York.
Battle of New York.
St. John's just has grit, too. They just want it. Come on, just give me the win.
They need
they need a dub if they do. They need a dub.
Honestly, that's probably a game that if we had in the books, that overlooks. That's appealing to me.
Yeah.
That's appealing to me. And it's probably low. It's probably at like a 23, 24 area where there'll be at least 27 goals. So bet this thing up to 27.
All right. Now,
that's his number, 27.
Notre Dame, Cleveland State.
Dude,
14 and a half. 14 and a half.
many
Notre
points.
Dame is getting 14 and a half.
I mean, that is just
No.
Looney Tunes.
No, Cleveland's getting 14 and a half.
Yeah, Notre Dame is giving 14.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
But
just in case anyone was
the
questionable.
reigning champions come in. Do they have a little slowdown? I mean, 14 and a half, way too many goals to ever touch. So let's go plus 14 and a half. Bet the dogs.
Yeah.
We said it pre-show that
You know how hard it is to
have,
beat a Division I team by 15 goals?
Like that's what I just keep coming back to.
No matter
we
who it
said
is.
all the big dogs have.
and turn the game on in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
You don't
Just
need to watch
start
full
the
thing.
fourth quarter, whatever it is, even if Notre Dame's up by, like 16-1, you're like, all right.
If I know I'm going to lose a
Backups
game,
are coming
like
in.
as a coach, you're losing a game. We're holding the ball. We're taking 60 off every shot clock.
Yeah. And
We're packing it on defense. Make them work for stuff. Keep the game. Prolong the game. Make it go a little bit shorter.
I mean, who are the big spreads you said pregame? They've all covered, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lindenwood
I
covered.
think over 10. They're 5 and
Mercer covered.
To my
There was
calculations,
one
over
that
10
was
covered.
Mercer, right?
Mercer covered the spread versus
Mercer,
Hampton.
Lindenwood, and then Bellarmine covered against Duke too.
Cleveland State.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cleveland State covered against was
OSU.
State. Yep.
We run it back with Cleveland State plus 14.5. Here we go.
I mean,
Run it back. You're in.
great teams
You're
win,
in.
good teams cover.
he's in.
I'm winning.
But let's let it be known that we're not taking any money lines here.
No.
Like,
It's
nor
actually
they
not
will
even
win
an
this
option.
game.
Moneyline, not
It's
an
locked.
option.
Not an option.
Oh my God! All right, let's let Homemeyer pick
Yeah.
the spread in this one because it's not up yet.
Oh yeah, all right.
But Brian is traveling to
say-
Boston.
I'll say BU -5.
No way. It'd probably be you -1.5 somewhere in that realm. But
Well, the Vermont one was 4.5. So
Brian's better than Vermont.
okay. Why? Why are they better than Vermont?
They're just a better team.
I'm going to say this is
Wow.
3.5. I don't think it's 1.5. I think it's BU minus 3.5.
Yeah, it could be 3.5. 5 is definitely.
I'll agree on
stretch.
3.5.
You guys like 3.5?
I do. Yeah.
I'd
I
take
like
another
BU
bet
home.
right now.
I don't know. This
I'd
is
take
a
Brian
game,
at
honestly,
3.5.
where I'm taking Brian money line possibly just to watch and root for the dogs.
So you're building their lineup just so you think you get a better,
Correct.
better money line. I like
Give
like
me
the
Brian
process.
plus 320.
I think Boston drops this one too. I'm gonna take Brian in this one outright. I've been a Boston guy
God bless.
for a while now.
All right, want to do a bet?
Yeah,
Money line
I'll
right
bet.
now. Okay, so lunch next week, or no, we don't do
Oh,
lunch.
we don't do
right,
lunch.
Sorry, we don't do lunch. So let's
was
not do
you who
drinks
called that
either.
out.
I know. Let's not do drinks either. We'll change it up.
What do you want?
I don't know.
All right, get back to me.
Gas money.
What?
Gas money. Fill my car up.
We could do like a breakfast. I'll bring the podcast breakfast if
little
the
egg
dogs
sandwich
lose.
bet.
Yeah,
Sure,
egg sandwich.
egg
bet.
sandwich
I like
bet.
egg sandwich. Bet.
Nice.
Okay.
I'll go straight.
Straight
to
money line?
straight money line.
Good.
Oh, I
There you
love
go.
this.
I like it.
Dog's gonna win by like freaking 6.
Like freaking sex. Next game we got Drexel traveling to UMBC. Are these both first games for these guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so a lot to figure out here.
Drexel scrimmaged maybe UNC the first time around, and then they just played UPenn this weekend.
Hmm.
So we'll see.
Any inside
Yeah,
information there?
yeah.
I'm
Chris?
pretty
those
sure
done?
Drexel got dogged by UNC. I don't know what the score was in the UPenn game.
These are teams that they're very close in skill. This is
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
UMBC is
This is a blind over. Like it's just a blind over. People think about UMBC as like a dog, like defense, like tight niche group. That's not who they are anymore. UMBC is a team that can get the ball in the back of the net. Drexel plays no matter who they play, it's gonna be a close game. That's just what Drexel does. Blind bet the over in this one.
All right. There
high
you go.
point BMI.
VMI High Point's gonna smoke them.
Yep.
All right. NJ, we talked about this a little bit. NJIT Mount St. Mary's. We're getting
Has to be a dub here for NJIT.
I think we
Yeah.
we keep riding NJIT.
have to keep rolling here.
Eric
for
Wolf and the
NJIT.
boys
have to keep
ride
rolling.
'em.
Roll.
Yeah.
I mean, Eric
No step backs.
Eric
No.
Wolf's got to be on the seat to like take a big job soon. Like he turned LIU around fairly quickly.
Mhm.
Left, went to Tech. Now he's like turning Tech around fairly quickly.
Yeah.
Who knows?
NJIT's a great school.
Great school.
Top 20 school like in the country.
Yeah,
I had no idea about that.
Are they actually?
Yeah, like
it's the number 3 public school in the country.
Yeah, and then their engineering program is top notch. Anyway,
shout out. Quick plug for NJIT.
Yeah. All our Rebels boys going there. Well done.
You get one of those cool little like everyone walking with like the books in the background type of videos playing.
Yeah. Admissions owes us a little pay cut.
All right,
dude. When you're watching all these like rogue streams, though, you see the funniest commercials.
Oh, they're insane
for colleges. Like how they want you to get you there. It's just like the funniest thing.
It's or like they talk about like their leagues too. It's like the Patriot League or like the ACC and the Big Ten. Like I was telling Piz,
show these kids like a rundown bar. Like like you want to get kids to the school, like show something meaningful.
I'm one of the 113
Where's
viewers in this NJIT game.
Where's everybody going Tuesday nights?
Exactly.
Did you watch actually you definitely did, the BU game?
Yeah, I watched it. Yes.
That stream, the announcer they had was like the most boring thing to watch. Yeah. I had to turn it off. I watched it when I got home from LIU, and I was like, "Oh, throw it on."
It's never good.
Wow, this is brutal.
Even the
I'm a big fan of off network announcers. They're like, especially when they don't know about the game,
good
they don't
ones,
filter.
Though, Cuse actually has pretty good ones because they usually have like students do it, and they have like a great like journalism school, and where they're like. They actually have some kids who are pretty good.
Newhouse is one of the best journalism schools in the country.
Yeah. Yep. But all right, let's skip around here now. What do we?
You can put me in the booth. Anyone that wants to.
There we go.
I'd love to go into a booth here.
All right.
Bellarmine, Canisius. Skip that, man. Let's jump to a better one. Colgate going to UAlbany. UAlbany's first game of the year.
Damn, you skipped over the trees?
Yeah, I was going to go that one.
Some Ivy League touchage?
All right, let's talk about this game first, and then we'll get
I think Dartmouth.
Start the year hot like last year.
Dartmouth has to be like, what, -2 maybe? Or do they give Bucknell? No.
They're the trees, dude.
Bucknell's on 2, so.
First game for
I know, that's
for the trees.
First game for the trees.
I think this is going to be a barn burner, man. I think this is going to be a good one. I think this needs to be on our weekly pool for sure. I'm going to have to remove a game.
I think Dartmouth wins.
Me too. I'm on them.
Give me Bucknell getting their first one of the year.
Is this is first week of Ivies, right?
Yeah. First week Ivies. Yeah. Ivies are out in action. See, they're going to have a down year, but see where they're at.
I'm going Dartmouth.
Would you put who is it, the Patriot over the Ivy League? Because Butters did earlier in the week. I just want to hear your input.
No,
because the Patriot League
Because the Patriot League is deep. Look, it's too.
It's deep, but there's
just spurring conversation.
You got Cornell, Princeton, and Yale. Like those are 3 legit teams. So
yeah.
So I'm on Bucknell. I think we're
spurring conversation.
All right, I'm gonna take UAlbany to absolutely throttle Colgate. I think UAlbany's them this year.
Wow. Oh, wow. You seemed like you were such a toothpaste school fan in the beginning of the year.
I am a big toothpaste school guy.
And then you just came out with that. You just broke all of Colgate's heart.
Yeah, but like that was the high of Colgate's season. It will be the high of Colgate's season is beating Penn State in week 1. Hopefully they can ride it a little longer this year, but I don't think it's this weekend. I think UAlbany gets it done big time.
Beating Penn State's a little different than beating UAlbany.
Hey, UAlbany's a team to watch out. They should be ranked. I'm not sure if they are, but they should be ranked.
They're starting late too. That's pretty crazy. This is their first game.
Yeah.
It's cold up there, man.
Yeah.
You guys have any input on this one?
Colgate.
Yeah, I'm just rooting for Colgate.
Yeah.
To just in spite of all that Patriot League chirp, Colgate.
You're unreal.
All right. Next up, the St. Joe's give Duke any contest here?
No.
No.
Not sure.
Now they're definitely gonna give him a contest.
Yeah,
9-8.
That was just like way too quick.
Duke is usually due for like that letdown.
We've been saying that for 3 weeks now.
Yeah, but I think the third week is the last week. I feel like if Duke gets it done,
they're running the table now.
They broke the snap.
Now
they broke the
undefeated.
streak. Yeah.
Oh man,
I don't know.
So St. Joe's didn't play. Yeah, so they haven't played since the BU game, correct?
St. Joe's probably should have beat BU. It was a very sloppy game. BU goalie blacked out.
Like why? What makes you think that they should beat BU?
Watching the game and texting you some ridiculous things. I mean, I thought St. Joe's.
That's your
that sums it up. That's it.
For why St. Joe's should have won. Because you texted me some ridiculous things.
St. Joe's had better opportunities. Boston was a little sloppier.
Right, and they lost.
They did. You could win games that you're supposed to lose.
They lost.
It happens a lot.
They lost.
Screw it.
Good goal.
Man's playing me. I'm taking St. Joe's.
Winners win.
I'm not taking St. Joe's.
No, yeah,
whatsoever. Like I'm still on Duke. I'm just saying that game should have been a little closer. But I'm a Boston guy, just not this week.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So
3 egg scrambled bacon cheese.
Salt, pepper, ketchup. That's what I get.
Nope.
Nope.
Don't need ketchup on my
All right.
I like being on this side of the table.
This
Win or
is-
lose, I get an egg sandwich.
This is why do I keep
you
putting
also
myself at risk?
You picked Brian too. I don't think I didn't forget about that.
I still get an egg sandwich. I didn't
I
shake
don't know
your
about
hand.
that.
We need some playbacks on Butters on Boston.
Yeah.
Let's make sure we're saving these. But North Carolina going to Fairfield.
That's okay. That's a UNC win.
Owen Duffy breakout game.
Breakout game.
4-4.
Yeah.
4-4.
Yeah.
All right.
Give me. I really wish we had points in this one because I feel like Fairfield should be getting like 6 to 7. Like anything Fairfield's getting over 6, I'll take them. If it's under 6,
Yeah.
I feel like you
staying
might
away
see a
here.
bigger spread than that.
If you're giving me 9.5 for Fairfield after UNC barely got by Mercer,
I mean, they won by what, 8?
they won by 8. Yeah,
I wouldn't say barely.
yeah, barely. Barely.
Maybe barely for that situation.
Yeah, that's where I'm at on that.
All right, we'll see.
UNC Fairfield, you boys
UNC.
UNC,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
think they get it done. Navy going to Towson.
Wow, you just plummeted down that list.
Yeah, went down a
Alright,
couple
deep.
that should be
That went deep.
pretty simple to pick.
Battle of Maryland.
I don't know. That could be a real gritty game.
That should be a real
It's
good
going to be
game.
gritty, but I'm saying Navy.
They play every year, don't they? Navy Towson?
No.
They don't?
No.
No,
They
they
haven't
play. They
played in a
play.
while.
I was wrong.
Wrong.
Idiot.
Wrong. Yeah, I think Navy gets it done here. I think this could be a real proven game for Navy. If Navy just blows the door, I think they separate from like that second tier
Yeah.
and move themselves up and probably into the top 20.
Really?
Interesting.
Maybe
Patriot
3-0,
League is deep.
Unreal. I'm actually really excited for this next game.
Oh,
Yeah.
me too. We could
very
jump to it if
excited.
we
Yeah,
want.
can we just?
Yeah, can we go?
Lemoyne
Yeah.
traveling to Wagner.
Well, I thought for sure we were talking about like Rutgers Army.
No,
Maybe
no.
I didn't think we were going
This
to.
is going to be
Nah, I want to see
D1
how they
debut.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
D1 debut for Lemoyne, and I'm rolling with the Fins, baby.
The Dolphins,
too.
baby.
Dolphins,
Yeah, all
baby.
day.
Fins
I think
up.
this is the perfect game for them to like come out to. Also, like you're not looking at a crazy opponent.
No. How's their
Like,
schedule
hey,
looking?
this game's winnable.
Rest in peace, Jimmy Buffett. Fins, great song. One of the best songs in concert you could go to. I'll tell you that. And I think it all lines up for Lemoyne here.
Yeah, I mean, let's see.
Do you think they give what? Oh, we probably.
I think this is going to be a really close game.
Yeah.
Really close game.
Yeah.
8-7.
Yeah, low scoring, close game.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Rutgers Army.
Rutgers, Army. Army going to Rutgers.
That's all. Yeah, another top game.
Give me Rutgers here.
Yeah?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going Army.
I'm not sold on Army. I mean, I've seen them both play, but like you said, Rutgers does have
They got
a big problem at
defense.
They got
defense.
some.
Yeah.
Yeah. Inside information, they like lost one of their best defensemen.
Love an inside scoop.
Still on Rutgers.
What do we think the line would be?
I think it's going to be really close.
2.5.
I think we
I
could
was gonna
see
say,
the
like, 1.5
first
by
pick 'em
Rutgers,
of the
maybe.
year.
Yeah, it could be that too.
I think we could see the
could
first
be.
pick 'em. I mean,
Really?
Lemoyne Wagner should be a pick 'em.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
I
won't
was
even
gonna
get to
ask
see
about
that line.
Yeah, I don't know.
We won't get to see either of those lines.
No.
Yeah.
Army Rutgers, we see.
Yeah, because that's in Jersey. It's at Rutgers.
Army's from West Point.
Army's from New York.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Messed that up. Tough.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever.
I feel like we have bet on Army in the past, though.
Nope.
No?
Maybe
Still from New York.
we were away.
Could have been
Ooh,
away.
that's
Could have been
possible.
away. Brown debut against Quinnipiac.
That's a Brown rolling.
Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brown lost quite a few guys, but should get it done.
I say Brown by a minimum of 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's touch on
Quinnipiac.
Penn Georgetown.
Yep.
Should be
Georgetown
one
going to
now.
Penn.
Yeah. Georgetown needs it.
I'm going to
Needs
say
a
They
win.
need
Like,
it. They need to get back.
Yeah, I'm going to...
I don't know anything about Penn, to be honest with you.
No. They're
Aside from the fact that what's his name is gone.
Yeah, Huntley. Or no, not Huntley. What was his name?
Huntley was a dog.
Was it Huntley?
Yeah, it was
yeah,
Huntley.
it was, right?
Absolute
Six
dog.
foot.
But Yeah, coin flip game.
Yeah, I know nothing about Penn.
I mean, I think the rest of them almost like Hopkins, Loyola. That's another.
Yeah, give me Hopkins.
I think give me Hopkins there too.
You know what game's going over though? If you look too lower.
No.
Utah,
Denver.
We're off on Denver. I mean, we're off on Utah.
Oh, we're off on Utah now?
We're off on Utah.
Because they sculled you once.
Until I see Ryan Steins on the field, I'm not touching overs.
We did talk about that. Okay, I do remember that. We did talk
He's
about
a make-or-break guy.
We did talk about that.
And they have 2 weeks off, too. So either they're coming out firing or coming out slow.
All right.
Yeah,
but if you see Ryan Steins in the lineup, feel free to hammer that
absolute stud.
Cuse, Maryland.
Good one. Game of the week.
No kidding.
Game of the week.
6 p.m. ESPNU. They want everyone to.
That's two top 5 games. We need to.
It's at Cuse.
Someone needs to listen to us and stop doing 18 games at 12 o'clock.
I know.
Because it's the worst thing for lacrosse.
Sam and I were talking about our car at home. Like, give us like
it needs to be
8 o'clock.
It needs to be like 12, 3, and like 6.
We don't need to go crazy. 12, 2, 4, 6. You have
give me one night game. Yeah. Like a 7 or an 8.
Yeah, but not a lot of teams can even, maybe some teams can't do night games.
Well, they can't see in the dark. I think they have lights.
I feel like that would just
figure it out facilities-wise. It's fine. They'll figure it out.
No, I know. Yeah, but it sucks. It does. It sucks.
Just get some Friday night games in. Who doesn't love Friday
night lights?
Full weekend.
Yeah.
Dangerous. Danger. But
I'd like to see Cuse pull this one out.
I would too. Honestly. See if
I'd like to see it.
This can be a game, man. This probably determines the number 1 team. Not because they're. I don't think either of them are the number 1 team, but just like this early of a resume between both of those teams,
it could help Cuse out later.
But if Maryland beats Cuse, now they beat Richmond, Loyola, and Cuse. Like, there's no way you can't put them at number 1 right now.
Based off like strength of schedule. Yeah, sure.
Exactly.
You could. And then if Cuse beats Maryland. I mean, you're like, oh my God, Cuse is for real.
Yeah. I think Cuse's 2 wins are lesser than Maryland's 2 wins. So it's more. You take that into account. But at the same time, if they beat Maryland, then
you get those wins. Those wins just count for you.
They slide right under. Yeah. You're 5-0.
Count over, but that's going to be a great game. Villanova, Yale, we sort of skipped over.
I was saying Cuse starts with 8 home games.
You got the Dome.
The Dome.
8 in a row.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
You could play the night game there. Sunlight don't matter.
Not at all. They got facilities to do it.
Yeah, definitely.
And I wonder if they have any more throne pictures coming out. Pretty excited for those.
Probably.
You guys see those?
No.
Oh my God,
it's the same
no, yeah, you did. The one with Joey sitting in the throne.
Oh, I did see that one. Yeah. Dan, who showed us that? Did you show him?
I think he sent it into the group chat at one point.
Yo, can you turn away with your ice, please?
No.
All right. All right. And we finish off. Actually, no, we have Sunday games too. But we finish off Saturday with Virginia Richmond.
Yeah.
This is a test game. This is like
another.
Just keep it close. Again, like one of those games. Like, hey, if you keep it close.
Another one of those games where it's like, hey, whatever the line is, hit the over. Like. Virginia Richmond's going to be a
to everybody out there. Liam's been the one screaming about all the overs here on this episode.
It's not a Mother's Day. It's only been 3 or 4, but blindly take them all.
This is probably 27.5.
Take.
I was going to say like I can even see like 28, 29.
Take.
I don't want to see that though.
Take it up to 30.
Take
it up to 30. I said that about Virginia last week. Ended at 30. Take it up to 30.
All right.
Virginia plays that like just. Go.
Yeah.
Up and down, go. No
like 80
break,
seconds, psych, I need 15.
All gas, no brakes.
I want to say Virginia handily leads the NCAA the last couple of years in long pole shots.
Oh, probably.
Like they shoot every time they come down. Just fake the point shot.
They've got a stud of a 25 pole going there.
When
you're a tree, you can bring it back 20 feet.
That's absolutely
my God.
Those things got to be laying in there at
like 2 of them are lefties
108, 106.
Yeah. Without a doubt.
Like, being a goalie, dude.
Look at 6'5", 6'5", 225, 6'7", 215, 6'3", 215, 6'6", 205. Those are like their 4 that constantly play.
6'3", 215 is your small shifty
and then
guy.
I think like one of their other best kids is I don't know, 6'1" or 6'1", 190. Something like that.
So, so small.
Jeez.
You think like when Lars brings guys like in, he's got like that Twizzler sign. That's like he must be this tall, like to even be considered.
Dude, like, oh my god, that's like average height, 6'6".
Nuts. Not great math on that, but
I was thinking the same thing. That wasn't correct.
And then let's finish with some weekend games. High Point's gonna beat down Queens. They play 2 pretty quick there.
Yeah. Yep.
And then Notre Dame Marquette at Marquette. I think Notre Dame has a much better chance of covering this spread than that 14.5. Yeah.
What do we think that one would be? That one would be like a 9.5, 8.
Probably. I mean, if Marquette's 3-0, Notre Dame's 1-0, probably be looking at 7, 8, 9, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
Which Notre Dame will take care of.
Yeah.
I would think so.
All right.
Indeed. I'm excited to see them play.
Yeah.
Season opener.
Should be fun.
A lot of teams get off the ground this weekend. Should be a nice, fun weekend. Another, guys, reminder, just give us a subscribe, like, comment below. We appreciate everything you guys do for us.
Yes.
This support's great. And have a great week of Lax.
Let's
Keep
ride.
it rolling.
Let's ride.